I still haven't made a video about this yet, but I bought a farm. Super excited. I don't know if anyone's still watching this video, but I'm out here having some fun today in my buddy Clayton's machine. I rented this this attachment up front here. It's called like a hurley rake, and more or less what it does, it's got this little shaft on the front that's spinning. I'll show it to you guys in a little bit, and I am cleaning up the gravel here. So I'm just starting to practice. Don't know what I'm doing yet, but you can see I've ran over this just a couple times, and here's where it hasn't been ran over. So more or less, you've got that thing up front. When I push a button, it starts spinning. Then you lower it down into the rock, and it just starts to kick the rock up as you drive forward. So that's what we're doing. We're going to get this place looking a lot better. I'm pretty sure that going backwards is the best way to get down into the rock, but to show you guys how it works, see it's catching the rock, throwing it, and bringing a lot of the bigger stuff to the top. And keep in mind, I have no idea what I'm doing, but here's the attachment from the outside. You've got the bar down there with all the little studs coming out. I don't know the correct term, but yeah, this machine's pretty slick. He's got AC in there. He's got a radio. So far, gone over it probably 3 or 4 times, and it's doing what I want it to do. Bring the big stuff up, get rid of the weeds and stuff, but I might get a little more aggressive, go a little bit lower, and see if we can't get some more of the big stuff up to the top. Here is some of the progress. So we got this whole side done, pretty much. I might run over everything again. Working around the front, I'm finally getting the hang of this thing. I can move a lot quicker, so it'll go a lot faster the rest of the time. And then I got all this. So now we're gonna move on and keep working down that way. So we are done for the day. So I'm going to be coming back here tomorrow. I've actually got more gravel showing up here tomorrow for some of the spots that need some to be added. And then I've also got the bucket attachment, and I'm going to be removing some gravel in areas that we already have too much. All right, guys, I have not updated y'all on this project in a while, but pretty much done. So I ended up taking a ton of gravel out so that we had a lip around the facility, because up here, or like in a lot of these areas, it was all the way up to the concrete, so water would easily run up to the units. So took care of that, took a ton of rock out, like you have no idea. We got the piles over there, I'll show you in a bit. And then yeah, we're about weed free, which is great. So another couple really bad areas I had, I want to show you. So like this area, we had a ton of dirt too high, and it was pretty much up to the edge on both sides. So I ended up taking a lot of material out of here, trying to get everything to run kind of down this way. Not sure if I accomplished that. And then one of the worst spots in the whole facility was over here. And I don't know that I necessarily completely solved the problem, but there was a ton of material in this area down here, and all the water and stuff was just kind of running onto this asphalt slab. And so I did a lot of work trying to carve out this area and try to run so the water will come down and just shoot straight out that way. But again, I'm not sure. Unfortunately, the way that this is all laid out, we're up high here, everything's gonna run down, and so inevitably we're still gonna have some issues. This is a project that honestly I was looking forward to doing myself, just because it's kind of fun once in a while to get out here on a machine and do some work. This is the additional lot across the street that we bought that has a mobile home on it. And I had so much material over here, like a lot, just wait till you see, that I decided I'm gonna just start bringing it over here and dumping it. So check out this pile. I made quite the mess getting it over here, but here is the pile of rock that I moved over, rock and mud. I mean, this is a big pile of stuff. It took forever. Also, this is the back side of the lot over here. Obviously this mobile home is absolute trash, but yeah, so I had all this was brought over here. Shout out to Clayton for letting me use his machine. I mean, I'm paying him, but I put some hours on it. That's a lot of material, plus that pile over there. So yeah, an expert could have gotten this project done in half the time, could have done a way better job than me. However, I was really dying. Once in a while, I've got to get on a machine and play around. This was a project that I couldn't really hurt too much by trying. Even if I didn't do it perfect, I can have a professional come touch things up, and I was able to get that bug out of my system. So this is the first time I'm using this on dirt just to clean this up, and man, this thing works so nice. Smooths everything out like butter. So now what I'm doing is I got my measuring wheel out. I'm over at this lot next to this last building that was built because we want to get ready to build more units over here because we are 100% full right now. So I'm going to measure this out and we're going to start working on plans to develop this site. So I'm starting at the edge here. I want to get two measurements. I want to get measurement to that telephone wire and then all the way to our back fence. I'm gonna kick that up. All right, so we're gonna zero it out and see if we can't wheel this thing. I still haven't made a video about this yet, but I bought a farm. Super excited. I don't know if anyone's still watching this video, but I can't tell you how awesome it feels to own land. Like, it's something I've always wanted to do. I see some deer. I've seen deer. There's a raccoon. Hold on. I just treed a raccoon. Right there. It's a big coon. And then I just spotted some deer over here on this. Let's see if I can see them again. But guys, owning land is just like the ultimate hit. There it is. I think it's a doe. I bought this ground, well, I should say Dad and I. Dad was a partner in my mobile home parks, and we sold all of them. Still haven't really talked about that yet. Maybe I will eventually. And we did a 1031 exchange and dumped all of the profit into this property. And I am just exploring it. I closed on it a couple weeks ago, but I've been gone and walking a lot of it for the first time and finding some pretty cool stuff. Check that rock formation out in a minute, but this area looks like it'd be a good spot for deer to kind of bed down. Speaking of deer, I think I've been spotted. Let's see if he snorts or she snorts. Deer are incredible animals. And this farm has not been hunted in a long time. So I'm sure that these deer are confused. Oh, there's more than one. Oh, there's 1, 2, there's a third. That one is definitely eyeing me. Oh, turned away. Check out the size of this tree that was cut down. This thing is massive. So the deer are definitely suspicious. They've been looking over here. So far, so good. Kind of cool. I'm walking this creek and I got these big banks on either side of me. This looks like it could get a little deeper, so I'm not gonna walk through there. But anyways, to summarize, guys, sold the mobile home parks, did a 1031 exchange into this property, which is more or less just a place to store all my equity, all my money, and not pay tax on it. And then I will leverage against this equity to buy other properties. So when I want to buy another property, I won't need to bring cash. I will just say, hey bank, I want to buy this property, use the equity I have in the farm, and we'll leverage against it. So pretty cool. And I'll have to make a video more specific about it sometime, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. This looks like a pretty cool area, although I'm sinking in mud. This big rock face here. But this is really pretty when it's rushing, roaring with water. So the deer were right over on the other side of these trees. I'm sure they've smelled me by now, but we'll see. No, they haven't. They're still there. They want a fox. Or no, maybe that was actually a coyote. Literally right here. I'm gonna get spotted by this thing here in a second. It's gonna see me. Yep, there it goes. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, a coyote was literally right by this log. I spooked it. Let's keep checking out what's up ahead. This is pretty cool. Turns into like a pine forest. It's super dark in here. Super quiet. So cool. I actually shot the gravel, all that work, and that video of me walking through the farm a couple weeks back. It's been probably more than a couple weeks ago. But I'm back here at the farm and just wanted to give you guys a little shot. Looks like the farmer's got his sprayer out here. And beans are coming up, but you can see there's a lot of weeds in there. I know nothing about farming, and this is the first time that this farm has been farmed for a long time. It was pasture, so I don't really know, what's good, what's bad. This looks pretty full of weeds, but anyways, I'm gonna move on from this video, and I will make a separate video about the farm specifically, kind of why we bought it, everything about it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.